Hello and welcome back to Expedition 33. This is going to be the final episode of us playing Expedition 33, and I think we've done pretty much everything in the game. There are only 3 things we haven't done. The first is we didn't get all the Pictos. The second is we didn't master all the Pictos. And the third is I didn't get every character to level 99. I got Mael, and Mael took about 2 hours from level 90 to level 99, and basically the problem that we have is that there's only one good grinding spot in the game. And that good grinding spot is the merchant in Renoir's drafts. You can use Phantom Strike to gather Gradient, and then in your skills you can use Gommage to kill the high health merchant, which basically meant every fight took about 5 minutes and gave you about 2 million XP. There is another grinding spot you'll read about online, which is the ballet ones in the ice area. The problem with those guys, basically the idea of the grinding those guys is that they would spawn clones and you get XP for each clone. So you basically just sit in one fight letting it spawn clones, which gives you a huge amount of XP for very little work. The main problem with those guys is that they patched it. So there is a cap on the XP for that fight. So yeah, that's no longer an option. I think it's capped at 175,000 XP, which is significantly lower than the 2 million you get for the one in Renoir's drafts. So yeah, basically it took a while, and nobody else really has a way to kill enemies that quickly, or at least not kill one singular high health enemy that quickly, that consistently. So decided that one character was fine, and that means that over the course of our playthrough we got every single achievement in the game, which is cool. Now you may notice that I'm all dressed up and ready to go. There's just one little problem. The reason we dressed up was so we could go and see the other ending of the game. So defeat Renoir and see the other ending of the game. Renoir isn't there, right? If you go back to the Renoir fight area, he isn't there in this version of the game. It does create you a save directly outside the save arena. However, that save is a save where the ending has already been locked in and there is no more Renoir. Which is unfortunate, because it means we can't see the other ending. At least, not playing through it. I am going to bring up a video and we'll do kind of a reacting to the other ending thing, but just to explain why I'm not doing it is because I can't. Renoir's not there. He is there if you reload the save prior to having defeated him. So because we're in a state where we have this New Game Plus thing at the bottom, we can't do it. But if I had loaded the save prior to defeating Renoir, we wouldn't have the New Game Plus one and we could have done it. I just didn't know I had to reload that save, and obviously the game only keeps a certain number of saves. So, yeah, we're kind of where we are. So, yeah, we're going to go and see the other ending. But for this playthrough and for this game, for us, this is, well, the end of where our character is. Well, I guess we will say goodbye for now, and we will see him back at the outro. So, via the power of editing, let's go and watch the other ending of the game.
You're tired of painting, aren't you? I'm tired too.
That's... You shouldn't be able to be here.
Lamont's gift.
Why did you run in? It's dangerous for you here.
See things as they are, not how you want them to be.
What?
You lied to your father.
No.
You saw it too. But he wanted to believe. You're going to die here. Why don't you just leave? You can always come back.
The moment I leave, Papa will erase this canvas.
This is not worth your life.
What life? My life of loneliness in a shell of a body, with no voice and no future.
You're my Elle. No matter where you are, you don't need this canvas.
But everything I want is here. Here I have a chance to live, Verso to live. Out there I merely exist.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Stop quoting Papa!
And now we get to the point of divergence.
It's time to stop painting.
Verso! Papa also said, hold on to each other.
Old friend, you've traveled miles, spinning in circles. Your blind eyes on the dial, stripping
I'm sorry.
out colors. But it's time to say goodbye until next life.
So this is all new content now.
Please. Thank you. Stop him from painting.
Don't say that. Please, don't say that.
Hey, please. Listen to me. Only you can do this. You can do this, please. Unpaint me. Unpaint me.
So,
Please. I don't want this life.
stop saying
I
that.
don't want this life. I don't want this life.
I just wanted to live this lifetime together. This lifetime that was stolen from us. Please. Bro. Please.
I don't want this life. Help me. Help me.
I guess in this ending you're fundamentally seeing that Mael can't separate the Verso from in the canvas to her Verso in the real world. They're still intertwined as one and the same. Despite the fact that we have seen that Verso in the canvas is different. Like they are their own separate entity.
If you could grow old, would you find a reason to smile?
Epilogue. A life to paint. So this is echoing the start of the game here. Different arrangement of the song, but definitely echoing it. I wonder if the child's meant to be Verso. Isn't a Verso who can grow old? Oh wait, no. Okay. Oh, because that was... Okay, sorry, I can see my characters getting... That's CL's child, actually, instead. Oh. Okay. Piecing it together. Ah, this will be Verso then. Oh. That's the other ending? Wow, so my L's starting to fade. Okay. Well, I mean, in terms of endings, I'm much happier with our original ending. I mean, I'm still not, like, entirely okay with the story suddenly and jarringly, like, going towards that point, but that's quite clearly, to me, the bad ending. Sure, they get to bring everyone back, but we know that the world is linked to the length of Mael's health, and it didn't appear like that was going too well for them. And it's literally just torturing Verso, as in the Verso who's in there. Like, he did not look happy. This is somebody who cannot die, forced to live in the world until it stops existing. That is... yeah, that is... vicious. Yeah, I think there's definitely an ending where they would... yeah, I think there's an ending which seems like the only logical conclusion of how the events could go, which is the one that Verso came to. Yeah, I think that I gotta say the Verso ending is, for me, it's gotta be the right one. Sure, the world does stop, but I guess that's because Verso is gone and they have to come to terms with it. On the other side of things, somebody did say, why could Mael not just repaint everyone in another canvas afterwards? Why does it have to be this canvas? Why does it have to be done like that? I think a certain amount of it is Verso himself. It seemed to be implying that Verso has a special, as in the painter Verso had like a special skill to it, a special knack. But also, I think part of it is that all of the characters who are within this canvas, Gustav, Verso, Lune, Ciel, they are all fragments of Verso, right? They're all fragments of the painter Verso's soul. So you couldn't really fully recreate them in another canvas. You could create an approximation of them, but they would be literally missing the soul. They would be missing that fragment of Verso's soul that brings them to life. At least that's the way I'm interpreting it. But yeah, I don't know. Also, it's gonna get there in a second. Minoko is a different voice. I at one point thought Minoko was, I guess, Ben's star, but like made deeper. No, not at all. Different person, just similar sounding. But yeah. Also, I also found it interesting that they got Andy Serkis in to do the voice of Renoir, but not the motion capture, which you would naturally assume that he would do. Well, I guess now we've seen that ending, that is where we're going to end things for the series. It's a little bit of an odd note to end it on. It's not quite the same triumphant kind of we did it that you get out of other games. It's very much a melancholic, huh. So that was the choice we did not take. And yeah, I just can't see that being a choice. Like, seeing I can see how you would come to that choice beforehand. Like, beforehand I was like, oh yeah, the Mael choice, it's got to be like the right one. It's what's pushing you towards initially until the last second. But having seen the consequences of the two choices, one is far and away the better choice, I think. Like, having the world exist for, well, I mean, we can guess by the age of the child, right? Because if it's CL's child, for like another 9 years, that's, and then that's it, basically. That's when Mael starts to fade. And that, I assume, is when the canvas will, well, once Mael fully fades, that's when the canvas will die. It's, yeah, it's just, I just can't see it being a better choice than Mael coming to terms with her grief, Aline and Renoir coming to terms with their grief, and helping Claire with whatever this war is against the writers or something, whatever that was. But yeah, it just seems like that is a much healthier end for everyone. Because you might be saying, well, what about the world? What about the people within the world? And they're not getting to live much longer. They're still going to fade when the canvas fades. It's just delaying the inevitable there. I guess the question is then, is it, you know, is 8 more years worth delaying the inevitable? I don't know. I guess that's more of a philosophical one. Anyway, for now, I'm going to end the episode there. And I'm going to end the series there. What comes next? I'm not entirely sure what comes next on the channel. There are many things that are happening. I don't know what's coming up next. Yeah. Basically, that's about as far as I've got. I'm thinking that we may start something new next week, but I'll have to wait and see. But for now, thank you very much for being on this journey with me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.
L'âme, car il a vacarme, s'en va.